Yo, what up, family? It's your man, Pastor Short T, and I'm here with Taking No Shorts with you know who, Short T. Let's get into it. I'm totally excited about the message this week. No title needed. Let's get into the word. Let me give you some word. But it says this in John 14. It says it like this. In verse 26, but when the Father sends the advocate as the representative, that is the Holy Spirit, he will teach you everything and will remind you of everything I have told you. Then he goes on to say this in verse 27, I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and give peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Let me say that again. So don't be troubled or afraid. Title of the message is No Titles Needed. For those who don't know, I just recently got back from California. I was out in San Diego visiting with my family. My aunt of 92 years. She, the last of my mom's siblings of 9 children. She was the last one to die. And I had to go out there, and I was part of the funeral services and everything. So, you know, your boy just went out there because I felt it was my part to go out there as one of her nephews and go out there and be a part of that. Now, in saying that, there are a lot of things that I found out. And the one thing that I continue to hear over and over is how much she gave, how much she did, how many people she impacted. They talked about how she would help with evangelism and go out into the community. She did not one time talk about her awards to me, but she won an award that I heard from the National Black Association of Nurses, that she won an award. And I'm just like, wow, she done all these things. But what impressed me the most, I kept hearing all the great things she did when she would fly to other states and help families and be there with them to house sit. Even how she came home and sat with my mom when my mother was sick. And I was just like, wow. But then it had me to reminisce and think about the stages of my life that she was able to see me. She saw me in different stages. When I was in the military, she saw me. She was here when I got married. She got to hear me do Christian rap. She got to hear me preach. And she saw me in all of these stages. And she always told me this. She even got to meet my children. She said, I'm proud of you, that you're a great father, husband, you got a great wife, and you have a beautiful family. She always told me that. And I just kept hearing those words time and time again. So I had to let our family know that part of it. But I realized that is who she was, and she didn't need a title to impact people. And you'll see in this, there are 2 things that I want you to get. Jesus tells us that he's going to give us peace. Peace. Now, that peace isn't just any peace. One version says perfect peace. There's a calmness that you don't even sweat what's going on. You don't sweat when people are going off on you, when people are going in, when people do you wrong. You don't even sweat that. You move past that. And then Jesus goes on to say, he says this in verse 27. He said, the world can't give it to you. This peace that I'm giving, the world can't give it to you. So money can't do it. Drugs can't do it. Your sexual lust can't do it. None of that can come at this peace. You can't drink it away. So you can try all those things. You're going to wake up and still hell going to be right there. But this peace that he gives, it goes way beyond it. It goes way beyond it. So he says, don't be troubled. Don't be afraid. My God. So whatever you're dealing with coming into this year, you don't need a title to get it done. You don't need a certificate or a diploma to get it done. God can use you wherever you're at. One last story There was a gentleman that called me, and he was talking to me, and he asked me, did I have a church or whatnot? Then he asked me, was I licensed and ordained? I said, yes, I am. And he said, I'll be glad when I get licensed and ordained. I said, why? And he said, then I can preach. I said, me and you have a problem. And he said, what is the problem? I said, if you're in it just for a certificate to go on your wall, you're in it for the wrong reason. Let me say this again. If you're in it for a certificate to go on your wall, or a little piece of paper that goes in your wallet, you're in it for the wrong reason. When I got licensed and ordained, it wasn't because I asked for it. People saw me doing the work in the field. They saw me on the block. They saw me in schools. They saw me in parks. They saw me in different aspects of my life, going to the prisons, youth detention centers, going wherever God lead me, and it wasn't for a platform. They saw my heart. So the conversation I had with that gentleman, I said, I can license and ordain you. I said, but if you're in it for a piece of paper, you're in it for the wrong reason. The conversation ended, and we moved on. So, in saying that, brothers and sisters, families and friends, my folk, no title needed to go out there and impact lives. No title needed to save souls. No title needed to go out and do what God has you to do. Don't get caught up in robes and trinkets and all these things. No title is needed. I leave you with this last quote that I said to a group of ministers one time. I said, I didn't get in it for the awards. I got in it for the rewards. And they looked at me strange. I said, because this isn't about awards. Awards is the stuff that you can put in a corner and put on a mantle, and eventually when you die and go on, it'll end up in a box or end up on a scrap pile, end up in a junkyard. But rewards keep coming back. Rewards are when people say, your dad, your brother, your sister impacted my life. Rewards are when people say, your daddy, your mama changed my life. Rewards are when they say, your great granddaddy, your great grandmama changed my life. Those are the rewards that will never die, because people will continue to talk about you even after you're long gone. That's part of your legacy, and no title needed. Woo! I'm Short T. I'm a champion, and I'm changing lives, and I'm building champions. And y'all know the business, family. We TNS it together, family, and that stands for taking no shorts. It's not hump day. You know what it is. It's a great day. Now you go out and have a great day. I love all of y'all, and let's continue to strive in 2024. And no title is needed. Holla at y'all on next week. Peace.